The mostly fine weather that we had through much of this week, well, it couldn't last forever, and we are going to see a bit of a change as we go into the weekend, all because there's a front out to the west of us. This is actually linked to ex-Hurricane Gabrielle. That's staying well to the south of us, heading more towards Portugal as we go into the weekend. But nonetheless, it is helping drive a front across us, and that is going to bring some heavy, at times persistent rain to particularly western parts. As it pushes eastwards, it's breaking up, so actually some southern, southeastern parts not seeing a huge amount of rain, even if it does linger here as we go into Sunday. But let's look at the details through the end of Friday. Yes, you can see that front waiting out in the west. Gradually it's going to push in across Northern Ireland overnight, but elsewhere most places having a generally dry night. And actually, after quite a cloudy day for many places, the cloud is going to be breaking up through the evening and overnight, especially across parts of East Anglia, maybe Kent as well. And where we get those lengthy clear spells, well, two things. One, temperatures are going to drop here, and so it could be quite a chilly start on Saturday morning. And also watch out for a few pockets of mist and fog. Elsewhere, there will be a bit more cloud than we've seen through some recent nights, so perhaps temperatures not dropping quite as low as they have done recently, and also some stronger winds, particularly across northern parts. The risk of gales in exposed spots for northern Scotland, and also some stronger winds tied in with the front, that band of rain that's pushing in across parts of Northern Ireland. Through tomorrow, that band of rain is going to filter in across parts of western Scotland and start to see some rain arriving across parts of Wales and southwest England. And even ahead of us, a few showery outbreaks of rain are quite possible elsewhere. But generally, central and eastern areas staying largely dry with some sunshine at times. In fact, across eastern areas, it's going to be quite a bit sunnier than it was on Friday. But the bigger talking point, the rain. It is going to be heavy, persistent at times across parts of Northern Ireland. Eastern Northern Ireland could see totals in some places up to 50 millimetres. Southwest Scotland could see totals up to 60, 70 millimetres. So enough to cause a little bit of disruption, some travel disruption maybe, and also a bit of flooding in places as well. So do take care because of the heavy persistent rain here. Elsewhere, and it's much drier, generally lighter winds, but always towards the north and the west, slightly stronger winds because of the setup that we have. Now, where we get the sunshine across eastern parts, temperatures are going to rise a bit higher than today, 17, 18, maybe 19 Celsius. 20 Celsius, probably not, high teens really, but further west with the unsettled weather that's coming through, well, it's going to feel fairly unpleasant. But worth bearing in mind, actually across western parts of Northern Ireland, things will be brightening up here as that front moves through, so some decent weather to end the day. That front kind of wraps around and takes a little while to move through as we go overnight, so we end up with outbreaks of rain continuing across some parts of Scotland through much of the night, and then some clouds, some outbreaks of rain lingering across eastern, southeastern parts as we go through the early hours of Sunday morning. But worth bearing in mind, across southern areas as the front pushes through, it's not going to be particularly heavy. There won't be a huge amount of rain, just a bit more cloud and a bit of rain at times. Where we see the cloud and the rain clearing away, so across some western areas, again we're going to see temperatures dropping a little bit because of some clear skies, but if you get the cloud lingering, well, it's going to be a fairly mild night, temperatures holding up in double figures for quite a few places. So a bit of a slow start across eastern, southeastern England on Sunday morning. The cloud lingering here, a few outbreaks of rain possible, and also plenty of showery rain across parts of Scotland, but this clearing away towards the north as we go through the day. It's really across the Northern Isles where it's going to stay a bit showery through much of the day. Elsewhere, a lot of drier weather around, not totally dry, a few showery bursts here and there, but also some sunny breaks. And again, in the sunshine, well, that's all important in the sunshine, and temperatures rising, high teens once more, and so feeling warm enough, even if elsewhere, if you're stuck under the cloud, we're looking at mid-teens, so a fresher feel to things for sure. Then, as we go into next week, and there is high pressure nearby, but also the influence of some fronts coming in from the northwest. And I think we're going to end up in a bit of a battleground between higher pressure towards the southeast and fronts coming in from the northwest. So it looks like we're going to end up with a classic northwest-southeast split. Northwestern areas having more cloud, more rain, some stronger winds at times. Further south and east you are, the greater chance of staying largely fine and dry. But exactly where that boundary is, well, that's still all to play for. Remember, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you stay fully up to date with the forecast wherever you are, but I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.